What's up, guys? Welcome to Superwise. I'm John. Welcome to Superwise Live number 7. Got some awesome topics to talk about today, and I am happy to be joined by a very special guest. I've been trying to get him on these streams for a while. He's finally here, and I'm so happy. This is Jake. He has his own YouTube channel, Movie Talk with Jake and Chris. There are two of them. They do podcasts talking about superheroes and movies and all that good stuff. I'll show the channel at the end, as I usually do with special guests. But yes, subscribe to them. I put the link to their channel in the live chat, in the description, and on replay. I'll put it in the comment section down below. But how are you doing today, Jake?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. This will be a lot of fun. I'm excited to talk about all the great topics you have set up.
Yes, I'm very happy that you're here. So, I guess let's go ahead and start with the first topic. Mr. OK. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for coming. Bell Reeve, thank you for showing up. It's awesome to have you here. So yeah, I guess let's start with the first topic. New topic new picture that just came out today. The Flash 2022. Andy Muschietti, the director, has just teased the new Flash suit for this movie, and I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and put up this picture, and it's just the front of the suit.
Oh, nice.
Yes, very nice. JG Shaolin, thanks so much for showing up, dude. Yes, so this is the new Flash suit, or the front of it, at least, and it's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I like how it's like you can see like the circuitry, and it's very intricate. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the Justice League suit. Realistically, if you're gonna fight crime, it'd be good to have like body armor. But yeah, this is gonna be more of like the comic accurate fabric suit, which I like. Yeah, I love it too. I cannot wait to see the full thing. And we, I think last week we got a close up of Michael Keaton's bat suit. That was cool. This week we got the close up of the Flash, the new Flash suit, and maybe next week we will see the Supergirl suit. Who knows? But Jake, go ahead and tell me your thoughts on this new design.
I gotta agree with you. I love it. I love whenever something is more comic accurate. I just love to see that, the way they adapt things. I love the attention to detail. This looks like it's going to be very detailed. I'm excited to see the full suit. I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to the suit and this movie, and I'm really interested to see what they do, where they decide to take Flash and his story.
For sure. And that's a good segue into the second part of the Flash news. Kind of big news. It comes from the Illuminati, and they're sometimes hit or miss, but actually they've been proven correct recently with She-Hulk news and who's going to be the villain in that show, which we will talk about. But yeah, it's hit or miss with the Illuminati, but this sort of seems like, yeah, it is a possibility. Mr. OK says the last suit was good, but it didn't fit Ezra that much. So I hope this suit makes him feel more natural as the Flash. Yeah, I just like the fabric look, more comic accurate.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. And I believe at DC Fandom we learned that Michael Keaton's Batman built this suit for him, and I cannot wait to see Michael Keaton back as Batman.
Yeah.
Hopefully that leads into Batman Beyond, because I adore that show, and I'd love to see it in live action. So we'll see about that. But I'm just interested to see where Michael Keaton is years later after Batman Returns. That's pretty interesting.
Totally agreed.
Yeah. But like I was saying, the Illuminati exclusively reported that Grant Gustin, who plays the CW Flash, he is going to be like a surprise cameo in this movie. There are no like in-depth. There's no in-depth explanation here. It says the Illuminati has exclusively learned that Grant Gustin will be making a cameo appearance in the upcoming Flash movie, and that's pretty much all they say. Well, here They say, according to our sources, The Flash won't only dive into the cinematic multiverse, the Illuminati can exclusively reveal that Grant Gustin is set to make a cameo appearance as his version of the Flash from the CW series. And I don't really like the Arrowverse. The only thing I do like about the Arrowverse is Superman and Lois, which we are definitely going to talk about. Yeah, it's weird. I love the Flash character, and yet, that show should be like a big deal to me, and yet it's not. It's sort of just like mediocre to me, unfortunately. But still, the crossover is cool. Obviously, Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin crossed over in that Crisis on Infinite Earths event, which it was pretty cool. And I assume that moment is going to be made canon if Grant Gustin is going to meet Ezra Miller here again. That should be pretty cool. And it's a cameo. It's nothing big, but I still think it's pretty cool. Jake, what are your thoughts on the CW Flash? Are you excited to see him in this movie potentially? It's not Hollywood Reporter, it's not Variety, but I could believe it. I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, I think this makes sense. I'm not a big fan of the Flash show. The CW, I love Superman and Lois, but I struggled with Flash a little bit. But I think this only makes sense. I think this could be really cool for the fans of that show. Like, you already have them doing Flash, they're doing multiverse. I think this could be something really cool. I'm excited to see. I'm just really, really interested to see how all these studios, how Marvel and DC both handle the multiverse and the similarities and differences.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Flash movie for Michael Keaton, but we got the Snyder Cut, which I loved. I love the Snyder Cut. That version of Ezra Miller was totally, different, still goofy, but there was more character depth to him in the Snyder Cut. And it sort of sucks that we're going to have to revert back to that, dopey loser type Flash from Justice League. It's sort of unfortunate. And you got Ron Livingston replacing Billy Crudup, which obviously, well, not obviously, but for me, it takes me out of the movie, because with any recastings, really, it takes me out of the movie because, you have this one actor playing this role, and then in the sequel, the studio's like, oh, forget about that guy. Here's the new guy. Like, it just sort of takes me out of the movie. Right. But I'm, as a fan, I'm just freaking excited to see the Flash. Michael Keaton, that's what I'm there for. And, there's the multiverse. Who knows where else, Ezra Miller could go. It has the potential to just be really cool. Philosophical Pickle, Superwise my son. Hello, father. Thanks so much for showing up, dude. Do you have any worries about the Flash movie? What are you most excited to see?
It is so in Justice League, I actually really didn't like the way they portrayed Flash. I didn't like how goofy he was.
Yeah.
But then in the Snyder Cut, I feel like you're right, they gave him more depth. They gave him more important things to do. And he still had that humor, but he wasn't all funny all the time. Right. So I'm hoping that maybe they go that direction a little more in the Flash movie. That's my main worry, is that the character will be kind of annoying and the same as he was in Justice League.
Yeah, and this is, unfortunately, Justice League is canon. That sucks. That's really that's disappointing. And I guess the big question that, is going to be pretty interesting to learn is, according to, Warner Brothers and the directors, this movie is going to reboot the entire DC universe. Even though that's kind of not true, because you're going to have existing Snyderverse characters continuing their own movies. Yeah. It's just one big mess, Jake.
Yeah, it's weird, because if it's rebooting the DCU, but then don't they have like a Shazam 2, a Wonder Woman 3?
Exactly. Black Adam, which is a part of Shazam, which is, a part of the Snyderverse. It's really confusing. And, it's the multiverse. You could say that the Snyder Cut is canon in another universe, but Justice League is canon in the main DCU. Like, you could have those sort of two existing. It's just dependent on what Warner Brothers wants to do, which they lack direction. They lack a plan. Yeah. They are all over the place. But we'll see where this goes. The Discovery Warner Brothers merger, may, who knows? I'm optimistic. As a fan of the Snyderverse, I'd love to see that continue.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what Discovery does. Definitely a possibility. We'll just have to see, wait and see. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for this Flash movie. Just a little worried about certain aspects that just, it's kind of worrisome that I'm not going to see the Flash movie for the Flash. I'm seeing it for Michael Keaton,
Yeah.
Because at least with Spider-Man No Way Home, Toby is the GOAT in my opinion.
Right.
But yeah, there's a certain part of me that wants to see, Tom Holland and his journey continue.
Mm-hmm.
But with Ezra Miller, I'm just like, it's going to be the Justice League version. I don't really care. I want the Snyder cut version,
Yeah.
So it is unfortunate, but hey, multiverse is cool. Who knows who else can show up? Maybe Nicolas Cage as Superman. I mean, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. That was a scrap Tim Burton plan. It probably would have been set, in the Michael Keaton universe. That could be cool. There's a lot of cool stuff that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Just the execution, I'm a little worried about. But we're getting it 2022. We will see it, soon enough, and just gonna have to wait and see. Tony Robinson, thanks so much for showing up, dude. Any final thoughts on the Flash, Jake?
I agree with you. The Warner Brothers Discovery merger does kind of make me a little more optimistic, because I feel like getting some new executives in there that who are more experienced in running a movie studio instead of more kind of AT&T businessmen, I think that'll be good. I think they can hopefully get things back under control, get a vision back in place, and really help DC get back on track.
Yeah, and also there was that Forbes article that someone wrote, and he said that it's actually a good idea to let Snyder do a Justice League 2. In that article, he said something about, from what he's heard, investors are happy with Zack Snyder's Justice League and they're interested in continuing it. I'm optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a fan of Snyder, at least Snyder had a plan. DC right now is all over the place, we'll see. JG Shaolin Terrific says, I'm worried about the lack of certain characters that will appear in the Flash movie as far as we know. Yeah, I understand that. Thoughts on that, Jake?
The lack of certain characters, I'm not sure, like, which characters do you mean?
I mean, Ezra Miller as the Flash as a whole is probably going to... I don't want to say anything, but if we're basing this off of the Justice League version, then maybe he'll be lacking in that aspect as a well-written character overall, because it's so weird, because you're going to have the actress who played Iris West in Zack Snyder's Justice League. She's going to show up here, but now you're going to have to reintroduce that relationship because Zack Snyder's Justice League isn't canon. It's just...
it's kind of a mess.
It kind of a mess. It is a mess. I just want DC to succeed, and I'm definitely excited for certain projects. The Batman, can't wait for that. Blue Beetle, Black Adam. It's just, as a whole, I don't think Warner Brothers has a plan. It really is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yep.
So I think that's great. That's a great ending to that topic. Now let's move on to Aquaman 2. This was big news a couple days ago. James Wan officially revealed the title of Aquaman 2, and it is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which that's a cool title. But before we talk about the title, let's quickly go over thoughts about the first Aquaman movie. I'll go very quickly. I really enjoyed that first Aquaman movie. I think it's a lot of fun. It's colorful. It's vibrant. It's shot really well. There are a lot of one takes in there that are pretty impressive. The CGI is phenomenal for the most part. I mean, it is just colorful and beautiful. And yeah, it was just a fun ride. And this movie made $1 billion at the box office, so naturally you get a sequel. Who would have thought, Jake? A guy who can talk to fish makes $1 billion at the box office. But yeah, I really enjoyed that first movie. And Jake, before we talk about Aquaman 2, have you seen Aquaman 1? Do you like it? What are your thoughts on it?
I'm with you. I really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best DCU movies.
Oh yeah.
I think the cinematography, you're right about that. There's so many one takes which are really cool. And I
Yeah.
think James Wan really shot the action really well. And that was probably my favorite part. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a really solid movie. Really fun.
Yeah, for sure. And James Wan is back for Aquaman 2 from what, Jason Momoa has and Patrick Wilson has said in the past. This movie is going to be bigger. It's going to be, just, it's going to up the ante, which is pretty cool. Jason Momoa, I think he even said on in an interview that he had a hand in drafting the script. So there's a little
That's
bit
cool.
of his creative input in there, which I think is pretty cool.
Mhm.
And the title, I'm glad it's not just like Aquaman 2, because that's sort of boring. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, that's going to be an interesting concept.
Yeah.
What Lost Kingdom? I've been thinking about this. Maybe Aquaman, he is the king of Atlantis. Maybe there is this Lost Kingdom, and the king of that kingdom is like, no, I gotta be the king of the whole Atlantis. Something similar to that. What do you think the title means in the bigger scope of things?
I don't know. I really like the title. I don't know. I think it
It's epic.
sounds
It's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I like a good subtitle, kind of, instead of just an Aquaman 2. I
Right.
don't know what. I think you're right. It's got to be like another hidden part of Atlantis or another kingdom or something, right? That challenges Aquaman. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and what's gonna be pretty funny is how Black Panther Wakanda Forever is probably gonna be
Atlantis
similar
versus
in approach.
Wakanda.
Listen, I love Marvel and DC, so I'm not about those like wars about,
Yeah.
I love both. I was lucky enough to grow up with both, so I adore
Mhm.
Marvel and DC. I lean a little more towards DC, but I truly do love Marvel. But what's funny is that Black Panther Wakanda Forever is most likely going to tackle the lost city of Atlantis. Namor is going to be brought into the fold, and there's going to be a war there, if we're to believe those rumors. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have two similar concepts from both Marvel and DC. I am definitely looking forward to seeing Black Panther Wakanda Forever, though, because Namor is awesome.
Yeah, agreed. It's pretty funny whenever that happens when two movies come out around the same time with almost the same or similar concepts. Like when you had two like the Fox Quicksilver and then the MCU Quicksilver or things like that
Right.
are always kind of funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Get ready for the wars. No, Aquaman 2 came first. No, Black Panther 2 came first. That's
Yep.
gonna be pretty fun. Tony Robinson says, Superwise, I think Flashpoint should bring over Superman and Lois and Stargirl. We will definitely get to Superman and Lois. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Aquaman 2. The movie I think is currently filming right now. I can't wait to cover DC fandom. I'm thinking about making that a whole 8-hour live stream, just reacting to everything that's going to be there, because it's going to be for real, man. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is filming right now. Black Adam is filming right now. Aquaman 2 is filming right now. I believe Blue Beetle is going to start production this fall. There's going to be a lot of footage. I'm excited for DC fandom. Did you like DC fandom last year? Are you excited for it this year?
Yeah, I loved it. I think it was just a genius move to get the hype up, get the anticipation up. I thought it was a really, really smart move. When's it happening this year, actually? I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, October 16th.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it was really fun just to have all these fans come together. There was a live chat where you could react to the footage and the news, and it truly hyped me up. That DC fandom ruled that day. You're right. It was super smart.
Yeah,
Everyone just built up hype, and we got that first Batman trailer, which looked
that was
fantastic.
awesome.
Can't wait for that. JG Shaolin says Admiral Strom or Kormrath Aquaman 2 villains may be hell. I don't know. Lol. Yeah, that's actually an interesting question. I'm sure Black Manta is going to be one of the main villains in this movie,
Mhm.
because obviously the post-credit scene um, from the first Aquaman movie. Patrick Wilson obviously is returning as King Orm. So I think this film is going to have at least 3 villains. I wonder who is going to be the the leader of this lost kingdom. It's just an interesting premise that it's going to be interesting to see. The film is filming right now. Probably going to get some footage of DC fandom. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I really wonder. I want to see more Black Manta because I believe I'm forgetting the actor's name, but he's really talented, and I'd like to see more of him and what he can do in that role.
Yahya Abdul,
Oh yeah,
something like that. But yeah, he's going to be in he's going to be in Matrix 4, I believe, or is it Mad Max, the Furiosa prequel? No, but he's becoming a up and comer. So he's going to be on a lot of stuff, a lot of big IPs. So good for him. I thought Black Manta was a good villain in the first Aquaman movie. The suit is awesome. The fight scenes with Black Manta was pretty cool.
Yep.
King Orm was a good villain. I loved how his eyes moved when like Deadpool or Spider-Man. That was a cool little detail on the mask. But yeah, overall excited for Aquaman 2. Any final thoughts?
Not much. Just looking forward to this movie. Excited to learn more about it, learn the kind of the plot, see some footage. Just really looking forward to this.
For sure. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this third topic, which is pretty big news if it's true. This is coming from the Direct, and they just started putting out movie news exclusives, so they're not like the Hollywood Reporter or Variety or Deadline, but they have gotten exclusive interviews with Hollywood people, so they are connected in that sense. This is sort of just like a wait and see situation, wait and see if it's true. But if it is true, it's pretty cool. So, according to the Direct, Skaar is going to appear in the upcoming Disney Plus MCU series, She-Hulk. So let's go ahead and pull up that article. All right, so Hulk's son to appear in She-Hulk Disney Plus series. The MCU Disney Plus shows have shaken up the traditional formula of the franchise so far, and She-Hulk is expected to be no different. Being presented as a half-hour legal comedy, She-Hulk will see Tatiana Maslany suit up as Jennifer Walters in the courtroom and the titular hero for more super-heroic escapades. Filming has commenced for the series in Atlanta, Georgia, though plot details are relatively scarce aside from a potential Skrull appearance. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. The show will bring back MCU veteran Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, in addition to Marvel newcomer and Hamilton star Renee Elise Goldsberry in an undisclosed role. Tim Roth was also confirmed to reprise his role as the Abomination, marking a grand return after being absent from the franchise since 2008's The Incredible Hulk. Now it seems like another Hulk character will smash his way into the upcoming Disney Plus series. According to the Direct sources, Skaar will appear in Marvel Studios' She-Hulk series. The character's rumored role in the show is unconfirmed by Disney and Marvel. In the comics, Skaar is the son of Bruce Banner, conceived during the Hulk's tenure on Skaar during the Planet Hulk storyline. He possessed very similar powers to his father, though also inherited abilities from his mother, Sierra, a Skaarian. Being half old, strong Skaar was able to walk and talk mere moments after being born, while also able to harness the power of the planet Skaar itself. This allows him to achieve various tasks, including manipulating the planet's surface and elements. So not a lot being revealed there. The only, thing that's of significance really is that Skaar, according to them, Skaar is going to be in the show. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty cool. I love the Hulk character. And Skaar is, he's a badass. What I'm a little worried about is that, with Professor Hulk, I thought some of his lines were funny in Avengers Endgame, but, to me, that wasn't Hulk. 2008 Incredible Hulk was the Hulk, just this badass, rampaging, just monster. And if you're gonna bring Skaar into the fold, is he gonna be like this goofy sort of funny guy, or is he gonna be this just brute warrior? That's my question. But just seeing Skaar in the show, I think is pretty cool. I'd love to see more Hulk characters in the MCU. Maybe A-Bomb. A lot of people know Skaar from that cartoon on Disney XD, Hulk and the Agents of Smash. A lot of children know Skaar, so that's pretty cool. What are your thoughts on Skaar potentially being in the MCU, making his MCU debut in She-Hulk?
I think it's really interesting. I'm not too familiar with the character, but I think I'm with you that I hope, if not Hulk anymore, then I hope he is that brute strength, kind of the Hulk we know from Avengers: Age of Ultron. Because I did like Smart Hulk, but also a part of me misses the normal Hulk we're all used to, where the Smash Hulk.
Right.
So I wonder, I guess, how would they? I guess it could be that when Hulk was on Skaar in Ragnarok, he could have had a kid and not known about it or something.
Yeah,
I'm wondering
could
how.
do that.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they would introduce him, but I think this could be a really interesting addition to the show.
Yeah, for sure. And overall, I'm pretty excited for this show because I'm a big Hulk fan. I like the She-Hulk character, and there are a lot of interesting, parts to this show. Charlie Cox might return as Daredevil in this show. Kevin Feige hinted that She-Hulk is not the only superhero lawyer in the show. Daredevil is a superhero lawyer, so we'll see how that works out. This show is being described as a 30-minute, sitcom comedy, which on one side I like, the comedy. I it makes, it's very lighthearted, it's very fun, and it could work with She-Hulk. But if you're gonna have Skaar and if you're gonna have Hulk in there, I don't want them to be too goofy and too silly.
I agree with you there. Yeah, that gives me pause. The 30-minute legal comedy sounds, I don't know, I'm just hoping that they find the right balance of comedy, but then also have like the rampaging. Skaar can be like the rampaging Hulk and have some more hulky, less comedic based stuff in there.
Yeah, for sure. Corman Bates, hello everybody. I finally made it to a live video. Yes, thank you so much for coming. Mr. OK, yes, thank you for reminding me. I was about to forget about this.
Yes.
I hope they don't turn Abomination into a joke. Yes,
yeah.
I really enjoy that first Incredible Hulk movie. I think it's incredibly, pun intended, incredibly underrated. I mean, it is just, it is darker. It is just more, it's darker tonally, stylistically. I really like it. That was that was the second movie in the MCU, and I just think, it's incredibly underrated. Abomination used to freak me the hell out just because of how he looked as a kid. I was like, wow, that is gnarly, but that is cool. And Marvel, for the most part, throughout the entire MCU, they've pretty much ignored that first Incredible Hulk movie for whatever reason. It's not, it's not bad. I think it's a good movie. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see Tim Roth return as Abomination. That's awesome. I remember awesome. I lost it at Disney Investor Day because that was the first time we heard that Tim Roth is returning as Abomination. News I didn't expect to hear because the MCU loves to forget about this movie. Yes, I don't want them to turn Abomination into a joke. That's just gonna throw me off. Have him being that scary, weird, badass, from the first movie. It's going to be interesting to see, how he's going to look CGI wise, because CGI has come so far, and throughout, the MCU, the CGI for the Hulk has changed. Sometimes it look good, sometimes it look okay. It should be interesting to see, how Abomination is going to look. I'm pretty sure he's going to turn into like the actual Hulk Abomination, not just Emil Blonsky, because at the Disney investor meeting, they showed Tim Roth, and then under it said Abomination. So Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Abomination. I think that's really cool. Charlie Cox's Daredevil. I think that'd be cool to see a superhero lawyer crossover. Um, Braden Care says Skaar and She-Hulk, quite interesting, I might say. Almost like this show setting up something with Skaar. Cough, cough, World War Hulk, cough, cough. Dude, I have been dying for another Hulk movie.
Yes.
I miss, having a Hulk solo movie. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Universal, man. Freaking let Marvel Studios do their
Yeah.
thing. Because I'm sure if we got a Hulk movie, a new Hulk movie in between, the Avengers movies, Professor Hulk might have been different, just like the whole journey of the character would have been different. I'd be so down to see a World War Hulk movie. Universal needs to, get on that, man. They just need to make a Hulk movie already.
I agree.
Yeah. Mr. OK says they should give Abomination a bit more character development as well, since he was a bit of a generic villain in The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. He wasn't, Killmonger or anything. He was, just a soldier, wanted that serum, got the serum, got screwed up, and got beaten up by the Hulk. Yeah, I think, we don't even know how long he's going to be in the show. But with, these Disney Plus, series, these shows have done an excellent job of, fleshing out the characters.
Yeah.
Let's see how they do it with Abomination. I'm looking forward to seeing She-Hulk. Wonder how the CGI is going to turn out with that. Braden Care says, I think there's a new Hulk movie based on World War Hulk in production. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, neither have I.
But I mean, it's so weird how Universal hasn't wanted to make another Hulk movie. I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully they make one soon, because I'm dying to get a Hulk movie. Hulk belongs on the big screen. Yeah, World War Hulk could be cool. I think it was clever what they did in Thor Ragnarok, having the whole Skaar storyline. I love Thor Ragnarok, one of my favorite MCU movies.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It really is. I thought it was clever how they brought in Skaar and everything. Little part of me that was sort of disappointed, because that's a whole like that's Hulk's full storyline. You could have done a lot there. Overall, I'm fine with it. I just want Hulk to get some of the screen time, in the film.
I agree with you there. I think they should give. I think there's a lot of untouched, unexplored Hulk stuff, Hulk characters, Hulk storylines. I feel like Mark Ruffalo is a really good actor too. He's proven he can carry his own movie easily. So I really think I think they should give him his own movie, give him some more to do, because he really has only been a part of the ensembles.
Yeah, I mean, this dude is Hulk is just a leading man. You can make a whole Hulk movie and people will show up, Especially, I mean, it's been so long since we got another Hulk movie that I'm sure that people will show up in droves, like, oh my God, we finally have another Hulk movie after 12 years, 13 years.
Yeah.
It's long overdue. That's definitely how I'd put it. Long overdue. Braden says, I feel you, brother, on the whole Universal not making a Hulk movie thing. Although I thought Marvel got Hulk back like a year ago. I don't know what's going on with the whole negotiations, and I think Universal still owns Hulk, and it's interesting how She-Hulk is getting her own series on Disney Plus. That's interesting. And yes, Hisham brings up a good point. Well, it doesn't have to do with negotiations, but MCU, Namor the Explorer, that's a good point, because Namor, I believe, is actually owned by Universal, not Marvel Studios.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what's going on with the rights, because eventually they're going to revert back to Marvel. I just don't know when, or if they have already.
Yeah. Universal, I mean, Universal has had their freaking time. If, in a couple of years, if they don't, get on it, Marvel freaking needs to get the Hulk back, do something with them. It's a wasted potential, seriously. And Namor probably isn't going to get his own movie I mean, unless Namor in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever gets this huge praise, and Universal sees that and is like, you know what, we got to make a whole movie on this dude. But yeah, from what I've heard, Namor isn't Marvel Studios owned. That's Universal, which was interesting. Out of all the characters, Namor, interesting.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Another thing about this show that, well, actually, let's get to a couple other comments. Remember when people thought The Incredible Hulk was going to be a sequel to Ang Lee Hulk? Yeah, that's always confused me. Like, is it or isn't it? Because the Incredible Hulk 2008 movie takes place in Brazil or something like that, and by the end of Ang Lee's Hulk, that Bruce Banner was in a foreign country, maybe Brazil, I don't know. Definitely a Latin American country. So yeah, that I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, that's always been an interesting situation. As long as they don't go the Amadeus Cho route and give us hipster Hulk before, yeah. I'm down to see all types of Hulks. I think I'd love to see A-Bomb, Rick Jones. You could easily write a little side plot for Mark Ruffalo, like, oh yeah, I had this friend, his name was Rick Jones, and then you could set up A-Bomb. Skaar could be fun. Amadeus Cho, yeah, I get you. Hipster Hulk. I feel like in this show he would work better than Skaar, right?
Yeah, from what we've heard.
Yeah, from what we've heard. So, that's interesting. Namor is Marvel's first supervillain. He belongs in the MCU. That's just facts. Yeah, it's complicated. It's a complicated situation. I really do like the Namor character. I have some of his comics. One of my favorite ones is when he teams up with Iron Man. That one's pretty fun. Yeah, I can't wait to see Namor in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I'm not entirely sold on the actor they chose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just a rumor from the Illuminati. That's not officially confirmed. A lot of people agree that Namor is either Asian or very like a very defined white man. Bone
Right.
structure and all that. Brian T from the Wolverine. I think he was campaigning for the role. I think he would have been good. Keanu Reeves. I'd love to see him play Ghost Rider. But if you want to get that star power, I think going with Keanu Reeves could have been great. But a Hispanic Namor, I haven't seen any of his actual, like, I don't know if he's a good actor or not. So I'm not going to fully judge. Just based off of looks alone, I don't see it. And,
Yeah.
I wish Marvel would maybe go another route. But we'll see. Not confirmed yet. But Illuminati has gotten some things right in the past. So again, it's just a wait and see situation. I'd love to see A-Bomb. He's basically Hulk's trusty sidekick, and every hero needs that. Yeah, I want more Hulk. I want more Hulk. I'm glad we're getting the She-Hulk show, expanding the mythos of Hulk. It's long overdue. The Incredible Hulk, technically, I think, is like a soft sequel in a way. Yeah, I do agree with you. It's not a direct sequel to Ang Lee's Hulk, because that Hulk 2003 movie was never like even referenced in the MCU movie. So yeah, I think you're right about it being a soft reboot. Fun fact, 2000s Marvel's comics are the best comics. Dude, I own so many of them. You should see, I have freaking stacks. I love comic books, man. I really do. And Marvel, yes, definitely had some strong ones in the 2000s. Now, Marvel's sort of going on a, they're going downhill, in my opinion, with their comics.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff, and it's interesting.
Yeah, interesting to say the least, Jake. Yeah, DC Comics right now, I don't know what's going on with them. I like to read the older stuff because the newer stuff is a little interesting, as you put it, Jake. It's definitely interesting. Of course, a hipster Hulk would work better, but I just like an established two Hulk characters and the Red Hulk before we get all these others, and then a generic World War Hulk already sent him. That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about this. Red Hulk.
Red Hulk, yeah.
That's interesting. You know, Jake, we were talking about this on Discord, how we pretty much agree on everything but Black Widow.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that excited for it. I assume, Jake, you can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
But yes, one of the things that I am genuinely looking forward to seeing is potential Thunderbolt setup.
Yeah.
Because Abomination, I'd love to see him in the Thunderbolts, and William Hurt, a Thunderbolt Ross, as Red Hulk. You know, I just want to see another Hulk. I think Red Hulk could be really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think the word you're looking for is bad. As in modern Marvel comics is bad. Just ask Kenny. Yeah. Yeah, I was being kind of generous there. We used the word interesting. That's the generous, friendly word for it. But yeah. Some of them, are just not. Yeah, not I miss the golden age of comics, the older comics. Let's see. Any more comments before we move on? Let's see here. But yeah, I think Thunderbolts as just a general concept could be really cool. I mean, you have Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, you have Abomination, you have Red Hulk potentially. Who else do you have? Taskmaster from Black Widow. We'll see who that is and how that turns out. Zemo, he's in the raft. I think that they're going to set up Thunderbolts. I think, you know, in the show, this show, She-Hulk, we might see Val pop up and go to Tim Roth and say, hey, you know, I got you in mind for something. Oh, John Walker, of course, U.S. agent. Yeah. I just think it's going to be a really cool roster.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to, of all the like possibilities, I think Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers is something I'm really interested in.
Yeah, for sure. Something different, something fresh, something new. That'd be pretty cool. You know, rumors, you know how rumors are, but you know, there's a rumor that maybe the Thunderbolts might be the villains of Captain America 4.
That's cool.
Which is something you know, U.S. Agent and Captain America were on good terms by the end of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So why would you know, John Walker suddenly turn evil again?
Yeah, that's true.
I think, you know, a Thunderbolts solo movie, would you know, think that's you know, that could be something financially beneficial for Marvel?
I think, honestly, at this point, they're at the point where anything they do, because it just has the Marvel brand, the Marvel logo on it, I think people will go to see it.
Yeah, that there is the brand recognition.
Right. As soon as I think once they start, because I feel like eventually they're going to have something, a flop or like a fail, because no studio has this level of consistency. So I think if they have a big fail, then they'll have to worry more about like getting people in the theaters. But I feel like at this point, people see, oh, it's the new Marvel thing. Let's go see it, no matter what it is.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's a concept I would really like to see. I wonder how they bring Abomination into the fold in this show, because he's been gone for so long. The theory that I like is that he's been on the raft all this time. And for whatever reason, the military brings him out of hiding. Who knows? I don't know. But it should be interesting to see how he's brought into the show. I mean, I would have loved to see in Civil War, you know, when Tony Stark is walking past certain cells, we see Abomination. That would have been a cool fan moment, man. But you know, Universal, for whatever reason, they're very protective of Hulk, even though they're not doing anything substantial with it, with the IP. Also a good point. Yes, one of the writers from Rick and Morty is going to be writing this show, and I love Rick and Morty. That show is so funny and so clever. And of course, he got Michael Waldron, who is who's on Loki, who's you know, he's doing Loki. He's writing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He's very talented writer. I mean, that first Loki episode was amazing. So it should be interesting to see what this female writer for Rick and Morty does with She-Hulk. That could be really cool. Any thoughts on that?
I haven't. Rick and Morty, from everything I've heard, seems to be something I would love. It's on my list of things to watch, but I haven't gotten a chance yet. But I like how Marvel is kind of taking writers from them, like what Michael Waldron has done. Like after that first Loki episode, I was supremely impressed, and the fact that he's already doing Doctor Strange, or he's already written it, Doctor Strange 2, and he's doing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie too. Like I'm just so excited. There seems to be so much potential in those Rick and Morty writers, so I'm just really looking forward to seeing this.
Disney is very confident in those Rick and Morty scribes, which is cool. It's cool. Brayden, you bring up a damn good point. Another character. Yes, exactly, Jake. Another character.
Or the end.
I'm hoping to appear here is the leader who is foreshadowed in The Incredible Hulk. What is the actor's name? Oh, why can't I remember his name?
I don't know.
Tim Blake Nelson. He revealed back in the day that he signed a multi-picture deal with Marvel, so he was gonna appear as a leader in other things. Obviously, that didn't happen. But yes, dude. Oh my God, I want to see leader. That's a huge Hulk villain. Yeah. I think that'd be really cool. That's always pissed me off when I rewatch The Incredible Hulk and we see that shot of the Hulk's blood going into Tim Blake Nelson's forehead, and it's like, well, what's happening? What's going on? And it's literally a cliffhanger. I want to see that resolved. I think that'd be really cool.
Yes.
Mr. OK says it would be cool to see some flashbacks of how Bruce Banner dealt with the government after the events of Avengers 1. I agree with you. I think that could be interesting, the whole government aspect of it. You can't just wreck New York and just get out of it scot-free,
right.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Superwise, that would be a great video. Fan cast of Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers, and Part 2, Secret Invasion. Yeah, I definitely got a lot of video ideas. I already did Fantastic Four fan cast. Yeah, fan casting the Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers could be cool. But with Thunderbolts, the roster's already there. Like, they're already cast. Dark Avengers, different story. Yes, Dark Avengers, something I'm going to think about fan casting. Good point, Corman. Good point. I'd have Norman Osborn come in and have him team up with the Thunderbolts and have them all as Dark Avengers and use the Raft as well. A lot of great setup. Yeah. There's a lot of potential there. If we're to believe the rumors, though, Willem Dafoe is coming back as Norman Osborn for Spider-Man No Way Home. So are we going to have another MCU Norman Osborn leading the Dark Avengers, or is he going to lead the Dark Avengers? Like, it's just a lot of questions. We'll see about that Norman Osborn situation. But a popular fan cast that I love is Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn. I like that.
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't even thought of that. That could be really cool.
Yeah, I think Bryan Cranston was another one. Good fan cast. Good fan cast. Dark Avengers, yes, bring it. Yes, I think that'd be really cool. Just using the Avengers brand, a brand alone is going to bring in cash. So Bruce Banner was still marked as a criminal after the events of The Incredible Hulk, so it's most likely that his name was cleared, but it was never really shown. Yeah, I think this show is great for character development, and we can dive deeper into the character of Bruce Banner. We saw in a set photo for She-Hulk that Mark Ruffalo was wearing like that mocap suit. So he's most likely going to be, Professor Hulk still. That's going to be interesting.
You're right about like what the MCU shows have been doing so well is that character development and really fleshing out these characters that have been on the side. So if we could get some of that for Hulk and for all these Hulk villains and Hulk characters, to get more Hulk stuff, that would just be awesome.
For sure. Hisham says, Thanos, I'm inevitable. This Hulk, Edward Norton, give me a real fight. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, Edward, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I've always preferred Edward Norton's Hulk to Mark Ruffalo. Jake, do you agree with that, or do you like Mark Ruffalo more?
I feel like I switch every time. Like after seeing the Incredible Hulk movie, rewatching it recently, I switched. I like what I like about Mark Ruffalo is the kind of nervous energy, kind of as Bruce Banner. He brings this like
Yeah.
this energy that that's kind of the complete opposite of Hulk. But I
Hmm.
don't know. They're both different, and I like either one. I don't really have a preference.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And what I love about that 2008 Hulk is that he was a brute, man. When he fought
Yeah.
Abomination, he brought it. And what disappointed me about Avengers Endgame is that we didn't have that Hulk out moment
Mhm.
where Hulk got his revenge against Thanos. I would have loved to see like a scene of Hulk just bringing it. That was a missed opportunity to me. And I hope Hulk reverts to Hulk. I want to see that brute badass, but who knows what's going on there. Um, what's up? Definitely a great thing to come. Some great stories that are for us guys that have read the books as well. Yeah, for sure. I'd
Yeah.
love to see Dark Avengers, Thunderbolt, just more comic book stuff. Just expanding the universe. That's great. This might not be relevant here, but Loki's probably the riskiest product Marvel's making right now. You know
Riskiest.
what? I would have to agree that and WandaVision because it's
Yeah.
just stuff that's never been done before. And I adore WandaVision. I love that show.
Hmm.
So outside of the box, so different. That's what I loved about it. And Loki first episode was
That
amazing.
was awesome.
I cannot wait for episode 2.
Same.
This Wednesday. I just love how you're like, same. I'm just like thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, Brayden, I think you're right. One of my common complaints was that Marvel's not risky enough, and Kevin Feige shut me the hell up. He shut me the hell up. He said, "Oh yeah, John, WandaVision, Loki, in the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man: No Way Home." Just like I love how we're getting these riskier, different experimental projects. This is the stuff
Yeah.
I want to see. And after Avengers Endgame, in my eyes, Avengers Endgame ended the MCU, but I'm definitely open to the universe expanding. Um, but yeah, I just love how experimental it's getting. I
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, no, yeah. I was thinking about it. The point I was trying to make is that I thought I was tired of the MCU after Avengers Endgame.
Hmm.
I thought, oh, they're just going to continue with the formulaic stuff. And then they announced WandaVision. Then they announced
Yeah.
Loki. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then we get that Disney Investor Day. And that was
That was
the
awesome too.
specific moment where I was like, you know what? I'm excited for Marvel again.
Hmm.
And, yeah, I just love the experimental stuff they're doing. I'm excited for the future, truly. It's going to be cool.
And I think,
Yeah, go ahead.
thank you. I think it's just what they needed too, because I feel like after Endgame, the general consensus was that like a exhale, like, oh, it's over, like this was amazing.
Right.
They created a satisfying ending, and I feel like if they had gone with the same kind of stuff, people would have been like, why are you still going? But the fact that they're taking more risks, it's what they needed to do to kind of reinvigorate everybody, and just pump more life into the franchise. And now I think the future is really bright.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's restored my faith in Marvel, my hype. I can't wait for the future. I'd
Mhm.
actually like to see someone different get their chance at the role of Hulk. Who would you guys cast as Hulk? Oh, wow, that is a very interesting question.
Mm.
Off the top of my head, he might be a little old, but I'd have to say Billy Crudup.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think he'd be damn good. I also think he'd be good as Mr. Fantastic, but I don't think Marvel's going to go that old.
Mhm.
But yeah, if I had to fan cast a new Bruce Banner, Billy Crudup, that's the guy who comes off the top of my head. Who do you think, Jake? Do you have any fan casts?
I'm not good at fan casting, but I'm trying to think. I feel, hmm, uh, I feel like anybody. I just like to see a different take on the character. I don't really have any specific I can think of that I'd really be interested in. I'm just not good at fan casting. I don't know.
Yeah, fair. I'm not the best at fan casting either, but I try. Um, Cast me. I'm a complete rage monster when I'm on the V game. Um, I don't know. Go to Marvel. I'm the wrong guy, man. You got to go to Marvel. Um, yes, the Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers would make me an MCU fan for sure. Yeah, JG Shaolin. From what I know, we've talked. He's not the biggest MCU lover, but yeah, I think Dark Avengers and Thunderbolts. That's something that's definitely cool. Something I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because I really would like to see Hulk get his own films and stories. I really want to see Cosmo Jarvis get a role like this. Cosmo Jarvis. Let me search this guy up.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
Cosmo Jarvis. Yeah, I don't think I've seen. Let me pull up a picture. I don't think I've seen him uh, in anything. I'm very good with faces, but this guy, no. So let me go ahead and pull up a picture.
He was in Annihilation. I saw that movie, but I don't really remember him in it.
I heard about that movie. I did not see that movie though. Hunter Killer. That I remember. I didn't see it, but there was a lot of marketing for that. Peaky Blinders, which is a popular show. Yeah, I assume this guy is British. Raised by Wolves. That's an HBO Max series. Yeah, I haven't seen him. I can't say if he'd be good or not. But if you think that's a good casting, then yeah, then I think Mark Ruffalo is going to be the guy, unless the multiverse brings in a new Bruce Banner, new blood, new life. We'll see. But I think that if they're going to introduce Red Hulk or A-Bomb or Skaar, that they might be the new Hulks moving forward. Like Marvel might retire Bruce Banner and just like focus on a new Hulk. Similar to how Steve Rogers is out and Sam Wilson is in as Captain America, just moving the mantle, moving the character. We'll see. That's just a guess, but who knows? Any more comments before we move on? Let's see here. No, I think that's good. There's a. Oh, okay. David I'm not even going to pronounce that last name. I'm not even going to try. But John Cusack, yes, I know of John Cusack would be decent Bruce Banners. I can see John Cusack doing it. Yeah, might be a little on the old side, but yeah, I think they'd be, or at least John Cusack would be good casting. Hulk and Abomination are failed super soldier experiments. If there's more like them, that could lead to a certain guy's profile picture being in the MCU. Although due to copyright reasons, that probably won't happen. Who owns Sentry? That's a good question. Who owns Sentry? Is it Universal? Is it Marvel? Is it Sony? Sentry is a pretty cool character. I'm not like this mega fan, but yeah, Sentry could be cool. Yeah, I don't know with the copyright reasons. Yeah, go ahead.
I just said that could be really interesting. I don't know either who has the rights to Sentry, but I think he's a super cool character to add to the MCU.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a different character. Okay, this guy was in X-Files. I haven't seen X-Files.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah, I hear it's good though. It's easier watching movies because it's a 2-hour thing. You're in and out. But with these shows, with multiple seasons, you really got to get committed.
Yeah.
I try my best to watch shows, but yeah, I watch the Marvel shows and the upcoming DC shows because I'm a diehard fan. But going out of my way to watch those other shows, it's definitely a task. But this is the second part of the She-Hulk news. We know the villain of She-Hulk. It's going to be Jamil as the villain. She's in The Good Place, which I actually have casually seen The Good Place. She's not like a star or anything. She's she's there, and I guess she's a decent actress.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Illuminati and Giant Freaking Robot, those are not as reputable as Hollywood Reporter. They're, you know, the hit and miss websites, but they are the
Mhm.
ones who got this casting right first. So props to them. And Giant Freaking Robot, I believe, broke this news a while before Hollywood Reporter did. Let me
Hmm.
see. Yeah, 4 weeks ago. 4
Oh
weeks
wow.
before the Hollywood Reporter. So, you know, kudos to Giant Freaking Robot for actually getting that right. That's just proving their credibility. It also proves the Illuminati's semi-credibility. So yes, this actress, Jamila Jamil, is going to play the villain of She-Hulk, and her name is Titiana, aka Mary McFerrin. She gained super strength and endurance after being taken to an alien planet where Marvel's heroes and villains had been transported to battle it out. Eventually, she became a rival of Hulk,
Hmm.
She-Hulk. You know, I assume
They're probably gonna
when
change
this,
that.
well, I have I'm of two thoughts here. When
Mhm.
the article says where Marvel's heroes and villains had been transported to battle it out, I immediately think Skaar.
Oh, if
Um,
they this could be something similar to how they introduced Scar then.
exactly. You, you
That's really
kill two
interesting.
birds with one stone,
Yeah, that
as the
makes
phrase
sense.
goes. Um, or, you know, and this was you know, rumored by the Illuminati is that this Titiana, she's going to be like this social media influencer. She's going to be like this Kim Kardashian figure,
Hmm.
and there's that's the facade of who she really is. Definitely modern.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, interesting. You know, I'm not really sure about that. It's definitely something I have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Hey, Widow. Hey, thanks so much for showing up. Liked and shared. Yes, thank you. Means a lot. Uh, Braden Care says, either way, if World War Hulk is happening, we gotta have that iconic World War Hulk versus Sentry fight happen, because that looks like some potential Man of Steel level action right there. Hell yeah, dude. I'm all for the fight scenes. You know, Sentry and Hulk, you know, two forces of nature just going at it. It just, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that could be
Um,
awesome.
yeah, looking. Let's see. Let's see if this comment pulls up. Looking at the whole multiversal war thing talked about in Loki, it looks like they're going to be setting up secret wars. I mean, it's a little obvious to me. Yeah, I think, I mean, I'd be so down to see Secret Wars. Maybe we get Tom Holland and the symbiote in that storyline.
Mm.
You know, because we know the Venomverse is going to cross over with Spider-Man No Way Home. Uh, and we'll see what that leads to. But yeah, Secret Wars, uh, it's is obvious and admitted already. Yeah, I actually believe, you know, the Russo brothers say they're done with the MCU after Avengers Endgame, but I remember they said that if Marvel does Secret Wars, they'd be so interested in doing it. Also, I think Joe Russo was the one who said that he'd be down to tackle a Wolverine or X-Men film. So, you know, if I had to put my faith in any directors, it'd be them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, uh, Universal, The Incredible Hulk, Disney, Professor Shrek. I like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk in Avengers 1. I like him in Age of Ultron, but ever since then, I just, you know, he's gotten a little too jokey to me.
Hmm.
And that's crazy because I adore Thor Ragnarok. It's my second favorite MCU film of all time. And you know how Hulk is kind of like a baby. I found that to be like sort of funny and cute comedy, cute buddy cop thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, I do want, you know, the real Hulk. Um, and if we get him versus Sentry, hell yeah, that's definitely gonna bring the brute back. Um, Sentry could be something like Star Lord, and would definitely be a wild card, which is what the MCU needs. Needs more unique characters. Yeah, I'd be down to see Sentry. But back to this villain news. Yes, so apparently she's going to be the villain. The whole social media influencer thing is interesting. Definitely got to see that executed. The show is expected to come in 2022, which makes me happy because I can't wait to see the show. I'm just a big Hulk fan, and I've liked She-Hulk ever since I was a kid, playing her in the video games and seeing her in the animated cartoons and stuff. So yeah, and Tatiana Maslany as an actress, I've only seen her in one thing, which was I believe the movie was called Stronger with Jake Gyllenhaal. She was actually good in that. It's going to be interesting to see how she looks as She-Hulk, because as an actress, just visually, I don't see her as like the comic book She-Hulk. It's going to be a particular look that it's definitely going to be interesting. Yeah, Stronger with Jake Gyllenhaal, which I think that's Jake Gyllenhaal's best movie actually. But yeah, she was good in that, and so she's a good actress. And yeah, her as She-Hulk, that's going to be cool. We were talking about this on Discord, the whole blood transfusion, that's going to be interesting to see how that whole origin plays out. And CGI is definitely going to be interesting because I assume that she's going to cross over into the movies. Who knows? Maybe she might have a season 2 and 3 for, a future on Disney Plus exclusively, but I think it'd be really cool to see her cross over with other MCU heroes, and the CGI was always interesting to me because it looks good in one case, and then when the sequel comes around, it looks sort of different. The example I always go to is Colossus in the Deadpool movies. I think he looked better in Deadpool 1 than in Deadpool 2. For whatever reason, he looked different and more cartoony in Deadpool 2. It's just like, getting that balance of good CGI is going to be interesting. But yeah, overall, looking forward to seeing the show. 2022, I'm super happy about that. If I had to guess, probably Red She-Hulk. Well, maybe. We don't know the specific look of her. I mean, Feige never outright said that she's going to be green. She could be red. I don't know. As a comic book fan, I want the She-Hulk, the green comic book accurate one. But yeah. Who knows? Any final thoughts on She-Hulk?
Just really looking forward to this. I haven't seen Tatiana in anything, but I've heard that she's really good in Orphan Black.
I've heard that too. I should probably familiarize myself with that.
Yeah, and then I believe Jamila, who's playing the villain. I've seen Good Place. She was good in it. I mean, she's comedic, so she's good in that. I'm very interested to see. It's always interesting to see a comedic actor or actress come into drama and do something more serious. So I'm very interested to see what she does with the villain of that show.
Yeah, for sure. And just overall looking forward to seeing the show. If Skaar is in it, going back to the original topic of She-Hulk, yeah, Skaar could be cool. I just don't want it to be too goofy, too over the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. So, final topic: Superman and Lois, which is, I reviewed the first 2 episodes, and then I stopped reviewing it because honestly, I felt like I didn't have much to say. I would just be repeating myself.
Yeah.
It's well directed. Good acting. Bottom line, I didn't stop reviewing the show because I thought it was boring and I stopped watching the show. No, I still like this show a lot. I love it. It's one of my favorite superhero shows right now. Braden Care says I've been really liking the series so far. Yeah, the fact that it's a CW show just blows my mind. But Jake, I don't think you've reviewed Superman and Lois on your channel yet. So what are your thoughts on Superman and Lois?
I was really, really surprised and impressed because I'm not a CW fan, and I was kind of expecting. I heard good things, but I was still a little reluctant going in. But then I was watching it, and I was like, wow, this is really good. Wow, the acting's really good. Wow, the writing's actually really good. And the visual effects, I was like, wow, this does not look like CW.
At all.
Yeah, at all. And I believe I'm on episode 8 or something. I'm a few behind, something like that. I'm not sure the number, but I'm a little bit behind. But so far, I'm really, really liking it.
Yeah, because I don't want to spoil anything, because there is a pretty big twist at the end of last episode that I don't want to
I can
say.
look. See which
I
one
honestly
I'm on.
haven't been keeping track of the numbers. I just watch on the CW app. Oh, new episode, click it. Like, I don't pay attention to the numbers. Let's see. They're going to be 16 total episodes. Let's see if I can pull this up. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So episode 9 was the last episode, Loyal Subjects. Have you seen that one?
I'm looking right now. I don't think I've seen 9. I think I just finished either 8 or 7. Let's see.
Holding
So I
the
just
Rank
finished.
is eight.
I just finished episode 7, so I have yet to see 8 and 9.
Okay. So, okay, I just want to make sure I'm not spoiling anything. Clark struggles to help Jordan, who is grappling with a new power. Lois enlists Clark's help, which leads to a surprising encounter. So, just to avoid spoilers, do you know about the whole Lex Luthor character?
Yes, I think we know almost everything about him, and it's okay if a little bit gets spoiled. It's not a huge deal.
Well, tell me what you know.
He's from this other kind of universe where a bunch of Supermen came and destroyed his home, and then he went out to try to kill one with his daughter, I believe, and then I can't remember. He somehow ended up in the universe we're watching, and he tries to kill Superman with these like with these lights, and then I think the kids come and save him. I can't remember. So that's what I remember from the last episode.
Okay, so I think I could say this.
If it's a spoiler, it's not. I won't be upset or anything. It's okay.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's not a spoiler, because I think you've seen it, that Lex Luthor's real identity is John Henry Irons.
Yeah, so is that a comics character? He's someone I'm not familiar with.
Yes, he's Steel. Let me pull up a picture. Shaquille O'Neal played him in the 90s.
Oh, I heard when they revealed the name, I was like, that must be someone I don't know.
Yeah, that was a crazy plot twist I wasn't expecting. Let me pull up a character. So yes, Steel. Really cool character. I don't know if they're gonna give him the suit, but he definitely has that hammer. Let's see. Definitely not going to tell you about the last episode. There's a pretty big twist I think you'll be definitely be thinking about after you see it. So that's Steel.
That's
in
cool.
The suit. Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. Yeah, I can't say anything about episode 8, but I think you are gonna like it. I saw episode 8. I think it might be my favorite episode of the series so far. Yeah, but I just going generally overall, I really do like the show.
Yeah.
The fact that it is CW blows my mind, because I hate the CW. The shows are, well, yeah, the channel as a whole, I hate it. They ruined Powerpuff Girls. I don't know if you've read that script. Awful. That is literally everything wrong with the CW. And the Arrowverse shows I don't really like the Flash. A Flash, a character that I love, and the fact that I'm not dying to see his show, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Arrow, just all of them are just not. A Batwoman, oh my god, just all of them are pretty bad. Bad CGI, bad, just ugh. And so when people are saying, "Oh, you got to see Superman and Lois," I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna give it a chance." I didn't really like Tyler Hoechlin's Superman from the other Arrowverse stuff, but thank God I gave it a chance, because that first episode just wrote me in. Just the opening was strong. It was damn good, and it surprised the hell out of me. HBO Max put money into this show. That's why it looks cinematic.
That makes so much sense.
I mean, it doesn't look cheap. It looks great.
Yeah.
CGI, special effects wise, it's crazy. It looks movie. It looks cinematic. That's crazy. You know, a lot of these CW shows have a tendency to be pandering and just ugh.
Yeah.
Luckily, with Superman and Lois, the writing and the good characters come first, which I'm so happy about. I'm surprised. Again, I can't say this enough. I'm surprised this is coming from the CW. This is a show that is, you know, more, you know, it's quality. You know, it's you know, this is a show that belongs on HBO Max, not on the CW, because unfortunately a lot of people are not giving this show a chance because it has the CW brand. The brand is everything.
Yeah.
You know, you have the Marvel Studios logo, you know you're in something, you're in for something good. You see the CW logo, a lot of people like me are going to say, "Oh god, that trash." You know, luckily I gave it a chance because it is great. And you know, Tyler Hoechlin as Superman, I went from hating his Superman to him being my second favorite Superman of all time. You know,
he's fantastic.
You know, for me, he's a hair. Like, I cannot stress this enough because I'm a huge Snyder fan. Man of Steel is one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. Really like Henry Cavill. I want to see him return. Like I said, Warner Brothers is a mess. Who knows what's going on with him because they're making that Black Clark Kent nonsense. Nonsense, I tell you. But yes, Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, he's not getting screwed over by Warner Brothers. He's doing his own thing. And yeah, I just love how he's sort of like Christopher Reeve-like. He is a little more optimistic, yet the show is, you know, a little darker in tone. Yeah, I think I like him a hair more than Henry Cavill. Do you like this Superman more than Henry Cavill, or do you see him as equals? Like, where would you rank him?
He might be above Henry Cavill for me. I don't know. I just think he's really good, and I was really impressed going into it. The first episode, it took me a while to get used to it because I'm so used to Henry Cavill, but I'm really impressed, and he might be. They're so close, but he might be a little bit above Henry Cavill for me.
That is literally exactly where I'm at. The suit is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, like freaking pulled straight out of the comics, like New 52. Like, I love it. Better than the previous suit he had. Oh, that was awful. Like these weird buckles that he had.
Yeah, I didn't even see I didn't see his. What show was he like introduced in as Superman?
Supergirl, which was
I didn't see that
CBS show at first, which is not a good show. It's not a good show. I don't like Supergirl, and that's crazy because I really like the Supergirl character, and I don't want to see that show. Let me pull up. This, I believe, was a Crisis event. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. I never really keep up with the CW stuff because I just don't like it. But let me see if I can pull this up.
Yeah, that's kind of me. I will pop in and watch a little bit of it for a while, and then I'll kind of get sick of the writing, and then I quit, and then just kind of I kept going in and out and kind of seeing bits and pieces.
Yeah, I just searched up the clips on YouTube when Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin crossed over. I didn't know about it because I didn't see the show, but the internet was literally broken in half because everyone was freaking out, like, oh my god, the DCU and this Arrowverse crossover, that's awesome. And I looked at the clip and I was like, hey, that is pretty cool. I'm gonna move on with my daily life. But yes, this was the first suit. I like the emblem. You know, it's really big, it's out there, but look at the weird buckles with his cape. It just looks weird.
Yeah,
to me.
It is weird.
To me, at least. But let's go ahead and well, first, let me show this suit, which I loved. You know, that's, you know, when they showed this suit, I knew the show was like, you know, trying to attract the fans. They were trying to respect the legacy. This suit, the Max Fleischer suit from the cartoon. I love this because I grew up with that cartoon, that classic, what is it, 1930s, 1940s Superman cartoon, those little serials. And that's the suit that Tyler Hoechlin is wearing. And I saw it and I was like, wow, that is genius.
Yeah, that's really smart of them.
because I mean, you know, naturally when Superman has his first costume, is it really going to be like the one we all know and love? It's going to be this like prototype, and the fact that it's this suit, it makes so much sense. And I, you know, I was just like, yep, I love it. The new suit that he's wearing, I love. It's great. Let me pull up
Yeah.
the suit.
It's not too. I like how it's simple, but it works perfectly.
Right. It's like it's sort of similar to the new 52
Mhm.
suit, which I like. Let's see. Is it this one? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Great freaking suit. I mean, just look at it. It's like pretty much perfection. The emblem, the just everything.
Yeah, that's
Um,
perfect.
yeah, and you know, Elizabeth Tulloch, I really do like her Lois Lane.
Mhm.
You know, it's hard for me to rank Lois Lane's. Margot Kidder, yeah, Margot Kidder obviously was the first movie Lois Lane, and she was great. Then you have Terry Hatcher from Lois and Clark, who I like, and then you have this Lois Lane. It's hard for me to rank, but I do like her Lois Lane, and in the later episodes, she's actually pretty well fleshed out as a character. Elizabeth Tulloch shows off some of her acting chops, and I think she
Mhm.
does a pretty damn good job. Um, the kids, you know, the teenagers, I thought they would be annoying, but the weird thing is that they actually feel like a family.
Yeah, they do. I think it's sometimes a lot of shows can fall flat with that, trying to trying to get that real family like feeling, but I think they've done a good job here.
Yeah, they just feel like brothers. I thought they'd be annoying. The whole romantic subplot with Jordan and that girl, I'm blanking on her name. I think that's nice. It's definitely a Superman dilemma. You know how it's like, oh, I can't be with the girl because I have these responsibilities, I have these powers, this and the other. I just think the writing is just freaking strong, and it's crazy, man. It's coming
Yeah.
from the CW. This Lois shows strong acting. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even like Tyler Hoechlin's Superman in the previous Arrowverse stuff. I thought he didn't look like Superman. I'm Hispanic, so I can say this, but yeah, he just looked like a Hispanic Superman. I was like, no, Superman's got to be the blue hair. I mean, the blue hair. Oh God, imagine if Warner Brothers comes up with that. Oh God, Rampage Riot. The black hair, blue eyes, you know, white Superman. But with, you know, Tyler Hoechlin, you know, in this show, he gives off that leading man star power, uh, and you know, I had to see his own show to fully believe he was Superman. I mean,
Yeah.
he's my second favorite Superman of all time. Um, you know, he may not exactly look like the Superman I want, but just acting wise and from a story perspective, yeah, he's a damn good Superman. And I didn't know about this, but I found out recently that he was actually in the running against Henry Cavill to
Oh
be
wow.
Snyder's Superman, which you know, it sucks for Henry Cavill because, you know, what's going on with him. Warner Brothers doesn't know how to handle Superman. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm glad Tyler Hoechlin didn't get the role because now he gets his own show.
Yeah.
And no interference. And you know, his Superman is actually universally praised for being good. Um, so yeah, I really do love his Superman, and I like the show overall.
So, yeah.
Um, the showrunners admitted that they've actually taken certain shots out of Man of Steel,
I do
and
like the little inspiration I can see sometimes. Like this
yeah,
is Man of Steel inspired, and I like that.
yeah, and I think it's great because, you know, all film is subjective. If you don't like Henry Cavill's take on Superman, I get it. I personally really like the take, but I get people who don't. What I love about this series is that you have your more traditional Christopher Reeve like Superman, optimistic and you know, that pleases some of the fan base. But you also have a show that's a little darker in tone, a little more mature.
It's a good
Um,
balance.
it's a good balance. That's exactly how I would put it, and I just like I'm really loving the show. I can't wait to see. You know, I mean, we have Loki and Superman and Lois on Wednesdays, which is great. You know, two great superhero comic book shows. yeah, I can't wait to see
Mhm.
the shows, those
And
shows.
just
And yeah, go ahead.
oh, thank you. Just the new take. I like seeing Superman with kids. It's just a new something new we haven't seen a lot of, and it's interesting. And I like the dynamic between Superman and between Clark and his kids.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's actually really well done. You would figure the kids would get annoying because you're like, you want to see Superman, but when the storyline sort of shifts to the kids, I honestly don't mind it because the kids are well written.
Hmm.
Um, and well, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. Um, oh man, where was I going with this? I
Sorry
hate.
for sidetracking you or
No, no,
like
no. It's
distracting.
cool. It's cool. It's totally cool. Definitely great to hear your opinion on this stuff. Oh man, I hate it when it's on the tip of your tongue. Um, yeah, I can't think of it for the life of me. But yeah, overall, I really like the show. Um, oh, okay, I got the point. Also, it's kind of irrelevant, but it's just a detail. I think in one of the recent episodes, Tyler Hoechlin takes off his shirt. The dude is built. Okay, the dude is built. He definitely has the Superman physique.
Yeah,
Because for whatever reason, when he had the suit on, I was like, okay, this guy's probably well fit. But when he takes off his shirt, I was like, damn, that guy's got the Superman physique. That
yeah,
is a
he's got the build.
yeah. That's the detail that I couldn't remember, but it's important to bring out because I didn't expect him to be that built, but yeah, he definitely he seems like a nice guy in real life, and he's definitely dedicated to the role. Um, anything else? I'm thinking about anything else. Talk about Superman and Lois. You definitely the twist at the end of the most recent episode. You're gonna I don't know how you're gonna react, but it's definitely big. It
Yeah, I'm
definitely
looking
changes.
forward.
Yeah, it changes the course of the entire show, dude. Um,
I love a good twist, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what that is.
yes, the John Henry Irons twist worked for me,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna be extremely vague, but the twist at the end of the most recent episode, I don't know entirely how to feel about it. I just need to see it executed. But I'm
Hmm.
not outraged, like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. No, no, no. I just need to see more of it.
I'm very, very intrigued.
Yes, definitely. When we're talking on Discord, definitely going to be interesting to hear your thoughts. But
Yep.
this show has already been greenlit for season 2, so it's not going away anytime soon.
That's great. Yeah, I'm glad this is going to be continuing because it would be such a bummer if after one season it didn't get the views it needed and it gets canceled.
Yeah,
That'd be
you
horrible.
know the CW loved seeing those numbers because I think after episode uh 3 or 4, it was announced that the CW is moving forward with the season 2 because they were like, oh wow, the numbers are fantastic.
Yeah, people
We've
are
got to
really
green
liking
light
this.
a season 2. And you know what sucks? You know what I hated? When the show was going on and it took like
Oh,
a
that
2-month
break.
break.
Yeah, that hurt because I feel like in those 2 months I had to refresh myself on a lot of things in it. That pause was annoying.
Yeah, it was annoying, and also it not only hurt you, but it hurt Supergirl because it hurt the CW as a whole. The numbers were cut in like half.
Oh,
It was terrible. I don't
yeah.
know why in the hell. This show is something that's universally praised. Like people generally like the show. Why would they take it off the air for 2 months for Supergirl, a show that is like some people like, but some people don't like, a show that I don't like. But it
Yeah.
hurt the CW, and now viewership numbers are up. People are liking the show. Something that it's universally praised. I'm happy for it. What I'm worried about is that I want this show to stay great,
Hmm.
but there might come a time where the writing is a little lackluster. I mean, that goes with every show. It's
Hmm.
just going to be disappointing if in season 2 we get this bad storyline, and
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that the story and the characters stay well written, and that's all good. That's what I'm hoping. But
I
yeah,
agree.
overall, I'm surprised as hell with this show. I'm so glad I've given it a chance. If you haven't seen this, if you're watching this on replay, check out Superman and Lois. It surprised the hell out of me. Mr. OK, you know, we were talking on the Discord. He's watching it. He's enjoying it. I'm glad. You know, more people are watching this show. You know, it really should go to HBO Max. It really should, because the CW brand is like, you know, hurting people's perceptions of the show. Oh, Superman and Lois? Okay, a Superman show. Oh, it's on the CW? Oh, God, forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, plus the more, you know, mature, more well-developed shows like Titans and Doom Patrol are on HBO Max. You know, Superman and Lois belongs on HBO Max. Plus, it's weird. If HBO Max put money into Superman and Lois, why didn't that show go to HBO Max?
Yeah, I wonder what the decision behind, like, why would HBO Max fund it if it was all intended to go on CW? I'm not sure the reasoning behind that.
Yeah, neither. Yeah, this is just weird. But also there was a comment. I don't know if I can pull it up, but there was a comment earlier that I think from Tony Robinson. He said that Flashpoint, this Flash movie, should bring over Tyler Hoechlin to the movie side of things. I really like Henry Cavill's Superman. I don't know what's going on with him though. You know, if Henry Cavill is out of the equation, you know, hell yeah, bring Tyler Hoechlin to the movies. I think he's a damn good Superman. I'd love to see him. You know, his Superman, you know, I could definitely, I mean, the show is already cinematic. Like, you can, like, it already feels like a movie. So, yeah, maybe he can get a cameo in the Flash movie. I don't know, because if we're crossing over to the Arrowverse and we're meeting Grant Gustin, you know, meet Tyler Hoechlin's Superman. You know, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see this show and him and all the characters in the show just get more recognition, get more like coverage and stuff, because I haven't heard, or maybe I'm just not tuned into it, but I haven't seen a lot of people really talking about the show, and I think it's really good.
Yeah, you're right. It needs to be talked about more. You know, Loki is a show that's everyone's talking about, right? Because it's Disney, it's Marvel. Superman and Lois, you know, unfortunately, the CW brand is hurting that show.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want to watch it. But if it was on HBO Max, I guarantee more people would be watching it, because Titans, Doom Patrol is on HBO Max. The Gotham PD show is going to be on HBO Max. HBO Max is really, it's the competitor to Disney Plus. And so, you know, when you have a competitor, they're going to try and bring all the quality content they can. Superman and Lois should be there, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But the show is damn good. Surprised the hell out of me. I can't wait for this week's episode. Also, can't wait for Loki. It's just, you know, we talked about this. What a great time to be a comic book fan. I mean, the fact that we have, you know, so much to talk about superhero related, it's just crazy. It's a great time to be in.
It's insane, even just looking at the slate of stuff coming up and stuff coming out. Like, like nobody ever would have guessed 5 years ago even that like the TVA is something so obscure, something so random.
Right.
Just all these awesome concepts that are being brought to the screen. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we're getting like, I don't know, like 7 superhero movies in 2022, and we're getting like
awesome.
3 Disney Plus MCU shows in 2022, maybe Gotham PD in 2022. So there's just so much superhero stuff, and I'm so excited to see. Excited to see She-Hulk. Excited to see Moon Knight. We were talking about Moon Knight, dude. Oh man,
can't wait for that.
I literally cannot wait for that. I hope that comes in 2022. I actually think it is, because if She-Hulk is filming
probably
right now,
will. Yeah.
Yeah, if She-Hulk is filming right now and it's coming in 2022, Moon Knight is currently filming right now in Budapest, I believe. So yeah, I think Moon Knight is coming in 2022. I can't wait to see that hand-to-hand combat. That's something I really, you know, I love martial arts. I love to see that.
Well, and also, like, thinking about it, like, She-Hulk will probably require a lot more visual effects, and if it's still coming in 2022, it makes sense that Moon Knight would be too.
Right. Yeah. And we got What If, which is a bit of a smaller MCU show, but still, you got Jeffrey Wright as the narrator. What I forget his name.
The Watcher, I believe.
The Watcher. There you go. I think that's just going to be really fun. Just like these alternate these alternate sort of like stories in the MCU. I think you can have a lot of fun with that. I like the art style. And then obviously we have Black Widow in July, which you know, I don't
Seems
know if
like
I'm going to pay money.
that's our only like disagreement.
Yeah, that's our only that's our only sort of disagreement. Well, maybe Eternals too. I'm not that
Oh yeah,
interested in
that's true.
Eternals. I think you are, right?
Yeah, Eternals. Just mainly because of Chloe Zhao. I'm just really interested to see what she does
Yeah,
with it.
cinematography looks great, no doubt. But with Black Widow, I'm just like, I may at the very least I'll pay a matinee to see it at my theater because my theater is open. Yeah, if I need to hear great things about it, but even still, all film is subjective, so I don't really listen to the critics all that much. But um, yeah, I just
I guess we'll see.
yeah, it's literally a wait and see. I'm interested in the Thunderbolt setup.
Yeah.
What else am I interested in? um, I love Taskmaster as a villain, but I'm pretty sure the big surprise twist reveal is that it's a female. So like,
We'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see. I don't like the design of the mask. That's just like a sort of personal nitpicky fan thing.
Yeah.
I prefer the mask, but the skull mask. But it is what it is. But
I really hope they don't
yeah,
do
go ahead.
I really hope they don't do because I feel like the MCU does a lot of or has done a lot of introducing a really cool villain and then killing them at the end of the movie. And I really hope they don't do that with Taskmaster.
I don't know. I have nothing to back this up, but I don't think they will. I mean, if they're going to do Thunderbolts, Taskmaster is a big Marvel villain. I think, yeah, definitely keep him or her in the MCU. We'll see. But
yeah,
Red Hulk maybe. Like I'm trying to find things. I feel like personally to me it's gonna be sort of like Captain Marvel, where it's not an outright bad movie. It's just sort of like a mediocre. Forgettable one.
And
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and even if it is like, I mean, it is like a movie about a dead character, like a side character kind of who's already dead, and it's a prequel. Like, I totally see the anticipation for this is a lot lower than a lot of other projects, and I think that it just makes sense. Like, it's an already killed off character. Like,
yeah, this is a movie that should have come out after Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I just, I gotta prioritize. I have to see Spider-Man: No Way Home. I have to see Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. I have to see the Batman. It's just like, Black Widow is something I can wait for, but I might see it. I might see it, and if I do see it, we definitely gotta do a live stream just talking about Black Widow, what our thoughts on it are.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, like, that's like the ultimate stream. I wasn't excited for Black Widow. Did I like it? Did I not like it? Jake, did you like it? It's definitely interesting. So yeah, we'll see about that. What else to wrap things up here? So Black Widow's happening. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I guess overall, I'm just excited for Marvel content.
Yeah.
We got Loki, which is off to a great start.
Fantastic. That first episode.
Yeah, great is an understatement. Fantastic, amazing. You got to use the other adjectives. Yeah, I'm excited for more content. Oh, how could I not bring this up? Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That is one of my most anticipated projects. Like, even before I even saw any footage, just the logo, I was like, all right, this is Marvel's Bruce Lee. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. That is something that I'm going to show up day one for.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. And yeah, I just overall excited for Marvel content. I think that's a great way to wrap it up. Do you have any final thoughts?
Same as you. I think this is amazing that there's all these great things coming, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing all this stuff and seeing where all these universes go with multiverse now and with all these new possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, just the multiverse concept in general is crazy because never, like before the multiverse was even announced, when a franchise ended, like when Tobey Maguire, like when his franchise ended, we all thought it was done. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Forever gone. But now the beauty of the multiverse is that we're getting Toby and Andrew back, which is just so
It's
just
amazing. Yeah.
it's amazing. How it's pretty much changed the game on what's canon, what's gone, what's returning. Michael Keaton coming back as Batman a decade later. That's awesome. I just think we're so lucky to be alive in this comic book boom, and there's so many possibilities. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some new superhero stuff. That's just my take.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that was a great way to wrap it up. I do have to make a quick channel update, very important channel update. I will be going on vacation, a long overdue vacation, because the 2 main breaks that I take, or that I'm gonna take for the future of this channel, Christmas break and summer break. I'm going on vacation either Wednesday or Thursday, so I might have to review Loki episode 2 and 3, when I get back. I think I will be gone for a week, 2 weeks tops. But, don't subscribe. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. The minute I get back, I'm going to talk about, Suicide Squad, What If, continue with Loki. But yeah, I'm going to go on a quick vacation. So the channel will be inactive for a week or 2 weeks. Just, gotta, put it out there. Basically, when I do these live streams, it's usually 4 or 5 days before I do the next one. So if this is the final, if I don't post anything on Wednesday or Thursday, that means, I'm on vacation. I'll see you guys when I get back. I'm 50-50 on Wednesday. Thursday, definitely 100%. But basically, if you see a Loki episode 2 review on Wednesday, that means I'm here. But on Thursday, I'm gone. So, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I love doing this YouTube stuff. Definitely got to get you, Jake, on more of these live streams. Definitely got to talk about that No Way Home trailer. I'm gonna be pissed if I'm on vacation.
If it comes out when you're on vacation.
Oh man, that's gonna make me mad. But hopefully, Sony, you haven't released the trailer yet. Continue not releasing the trailer. Let's wait until Black Widow, okay? But yeah, definitely, I'm it's going to be a crazy ass stream, but I'm definitely thinking about doing a DC fandom live, all 8-10 hours of it, just like getting my reactions to it. I can bring in a couple of guests; they can react to stuff. Yeah, because DC fandom was so fun last year that I just having people tune in, we're all losing our minds over new content. It'll be great. So. I'm going on vacation, but don't worry, I will be back because I love doing this YouTube stuff. I'm almost to 500, almost halfway to 1,000.
That's awesome.
It is crazy, dude. It's just a crazy story. My first video was Spider-Man 3, Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro, and I was just scrolling through YouTube, and then I see that upload button at the top right-hand screen, and I'm like, you know what? Why the hell not? It's not like I have to pay to make videos. I can just make it.
Yeah.
And so, that was just, crazy news that I had to talk about because I like Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro. I mean, who thought?
And it's crazy how fast it kind of changes you because for me, like Chris was the one who wanted me to do it. And I was reluctant at first and then I did it. And now it's gone to the point where I see something and I realize I feel the urge to talk about it. Now it's I'm writing down things I want to remember it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and if anything, it's given me an appreciation for the smaller channels because before I started a YouTube channel, I was only going to the big ones, the one with big subscribers. I never even thought about the smaller channels. And then I meet you and I meet Philosophical Pickle and Hot Takes Tuesdays and The Widow. And I'm just like, wow, for years I've been missing out on such great content. you know, creating your own channel gives you this like appreciation, this newfound appreciation for the smaller channels. And,
Totally.
you know, this whole experience has been great. You know, taking a break is good though. You know, 1 to 2 weeks, you know, just to chill out, get my mind together, then come back and talk about Spider-Man No Way Home, potentially Black Widow. You know, it's going to be fun. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to notify all my subscribers of that because, you know, this might be my last video for 1 to 2 weeks. You know, I really do want to see, well, I'm definitely going to see it, but I definitely want to review Loki before I leave. So we'll see. But yeah, that's just the important channel update that I wanted to tell you guys about. And yeah, I mean, that's a great way to wrap it up. Thank you, Jake, for so much for showing up. I mean, you made some great conversation. Definitely would love to get you on these future live streams more, because I really do value your opinion.
Thank you.
You're a great presence to have. Go ahead and subscribe to Movie Talk with Jake and Chris. Talk about an underrated channel. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Great content. I mean, they do superhero and movie stuff. They do, you know, Marvel reviews and Star Wars. They're reviewing The Bad Batch. There's just a lot of great content to be watched over there. Definitely subscribe and check them out. He's awesome. Jake's awesome. Chris is awesome. And yeah, so I think that's a great way to end it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. You know, it's important to note that I will be on vacation, so you know, I'm definitely going to leave a timestamp at the end of this stream, so people know, like, hey, you've been gone for 2 weeks, where are you? You know. So yes, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to Movie Talk with Jake and Chris. You know, thank you to everyone who's shown up: Tony Robinson, Hisham, Braden Care, Coleman Bates, Widow, Philosophical Pickle, JG Shaolin, Mr. OK, everyone who showed up. I love answering the comments. You guys make the streams, you know, just that much more awesome. Of course, thank you, Jake, for showing up. It was great to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it more in the future. So that will be all for me. And remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.